Hello everyone, this is Matthew and welcome to another video, and today we are going to be doing the King review for Battlefield 5. Now, this game is a little bit strange. So, I didn't play Battlefield 1, so I can't compare it to that. But I did play Battlefield 4, so I can compare it to that. Now, Battlefield 4 had multiplayer and campaign, and a training ground. This game is a campaign, multiplayer, Firestorm and Combined Arms, and the training ground also, and in here it's called practice. But I really think they did a lot of things differently in this one. But we're not going to be talking about Battlefield 4 much in this because it's 10 years ago and a King review isn't a comparison. It's that game, that thing, bam. Unless it's a complete copy of everything else, then it goes minus 10 points. But let's get in. So, as I said before, campaign, multiplayer, Firestorm, Combined Arms, and practice. That's quite a lot. Now, one thing I don't like is it's too confusing. I click in and it's saying, your company, your squad, your barracks, your thing, your thing. I'm thinking, oh man, I just want to play a match. I don't like the way you can't, like, it's hard to customize your class outside the matches. That's really difficult in multiplayer. It's hard to customize your classes outside the matches. I really like most of the game modes. There's some really good ones. They took one of them away though, front lines, and I don't really think that's a good idea, taking away game modes. I'm just sitting there thinking, not really a good idea, especially because there's an achievement that says do something in that game mode, but they take the game mode out, so one assumes, oh, you can't get that achievement now. But that's another story. Maybe they are talking about fixing that somewhere, but I'm not really dwelling on that because I don't really mind. But another thing about the multiplayer is I think it takes an hour and a half to respawn when you die. If you die like very quickly after you respawn, you have to wait sometimes 10 seconds to respawn. Now, if I've just died, waiting 10 seconds isn't going to make me much happier. If I spawn in and die immediately, I'm not going to be pretty happy. And then if I have to sit in the deployment menu waiting for 10 seconds to deploy, and then I deploy, but it deploys you far away from the enemy, so you need to run up. It's slow but fast. That's what I don't really like about this one. The combat is slow, as in it takes you a while to get there, but then as soon as you get there, you're dead. Or the battle like, it's so fast, the combat, but it takes a long time to get to the combat, and that's what I don't like. Another thing is, the default controls for the vehicles are absolute dog food. I have a clip on here somewhere of me trying to drive a plane. I drive it for like 10 seconds, and I immediately crash it. Don't ask me. I might be a trash pilot, I might not be used to it, but I don't really like the controls. I feel like when you're making controls for games, you need to make them similar to other games, so people know what you're talking about. The weapons, the abilities, the special equipment, all that I think's grand. Only thing is, grenades. They're a really big issue. I feel like I'm dying by grenades and mortars every 5 seconds. And I want more of a health regeneration. After a certain point, it doesn't regenerate, and I kind of don't like that. I kind of like the health packet, but I kind of want health regeneration as well, because you only get one health packet. But then that'll take away from the whole point of the medic. But you know, I kind of want health regeneration. I think a medic has health regeneration, but you know, I'm not quite sure. Well, that's multiplayer done. Multiplayer, you don't really have much to say except multiplayer. Well, we'll move on to war stories now. Now, I loved these war stories. I've kind of got a grudge against them though, because I did them all on hardcore. So in my brain, I'm just thinking of all those times sitting, getting killed for an hour at the same point. But I won't stay on that point. I really like them, especially the first couple. Well, the first two were really fun on hardcore. I thought, oh, this is going to be bad, but it was actually really fun. because it forced me to do stealth. A mission where you would normally burst in. So there was a mission where you had to sneak into this facility, and if you could do it by bursting in because you don't fail immediately, so that means it's giving you the chance, but I couldn't. Normally I'm trash at stealth, and I always have to just kill, because once I break my cover in a stealth game, normally I just think, I'll just kill them and make it through. I couldn't be bothered restarting. But this game you have to restart, because if you get spotted, you're dead, unless you're really good. And I really liked it. And I like the way it's little mini stories, just different parts of the war, different sides of the war, just so you're not focusing on the same person doing the whole war. I like it. And it's long as well. It's not just a 5-minute story. It's for me on hard mode, it took about two and a half hours for each story, but I'm guessing that's probably an hour and 15 minutes if you were doing them normally, well, not having to respawn 1,000 times. Although there's one problem with them. The AI will attack you with everything they have. So if they see you, they'll drop 10,000 mortars, they'll send 5 billion guys after you, and it's hell. There's the second last one especially, there's a point where there's a crashed plane, and you need to sneak past guys, and there's one way to get past. That took me so long, because there's so many guys. You can do stealth, but you can't, because you go out on the map and there's a guy that always sees you, and if you throw a rock to distract, there's always people facing the other direction that will turn around to see you. So there's no way to do it. I spent an hour doing that, and the only way I made it was I ran in, killed one of them, ran out, waited for some of them to come towards me, killed them, ran back in, and then ran out. And it's kind of a slow way to do it, but you know, I got through it and I was happy. So I really like the war stories. I want that if there is going to be another Battlefield game that's similar to this. Now we're going to talk about Firestorm. Now Firestorm is trash. We all know it's trash. Battle Royale games, no, just stop making them, please, unless you're good at it. Battle Royale games, they're gone now, so don't try and do it. Firestorm, I didn't like it. You die too easily. It's like the normal Battlefield, fast combat. I like if they lengthened out that combat. It felt like I was just playing multiplayer, because you jump out of a plane. So in Battlefield 4 you could jump from the sky. So it reminded me of that, jumping out of the plane, landing, and then I immediately died. I played it a few times, and it wasn't fun at all. So that's really bad. I never won a match. Well, I don't think it's trash because I'm bad. I actually think it is pretty bad. It's not rewarding at all. There's not much to do, and yeah, it's not fun. Now, Combined Arms. This is good. Combined Arms is good. Now, it's basically Special Ops from Call of Duty. You've got your little missions that you can do with up to 4 people, or on your own. It's adding to the campaign, cooperative campaign, except it's not the campaign, it's just little missions, and you're working with people. So I really like the way they've added that. They're not too bad. They're not as good as the campaign. Like there's no big massive story behind them or anything, but you know, it's like Special Ops in Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So it's fun because I'm not used to a Battlefield game that you're not constantly killing your friends. You actually work together and do stuff. So that's good. Well, time for the final grade. Out of 10, what do I give this game? Combined Arms is a good game mode. Firestorm is complete dog food. Multiplayer is, I'd say, about a 6 out of 10. And the campaign is really, well, War Stories is really good. The campaigns, you could say, is really good. Even though I did it on hard mode, and I like the way they kept that up. Most games, when they put it to veteran, it's unbearable. This was unbearable, but you still had that. You still could cope with it. So I really like that. So I'm gonna give this game a 7 out of 10. A strong 7 out of 10. I would have given it an 8. I would have given it a 9, but they put too much of that random customizing stuff. You can't customize your classes outside the menu. It's all nitty gritty stuff, and that Firestorms is a pretty bad game mode. And I didn't like the multiplayer that much. I'm on level 15 and I've been playing it for so long, and my weapons are all kind of bad, so I don't really like it. And yeah, that's it. 7 out of 10. I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, goodbye.